Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rylie Lane, and if you are new here, don't forget to hit that little subscribe button down there and make sure to give me a big thumbs up if you do enjoy this video. So I just wanted to quickly jump in here. I have actually filmed this whole video, but I realized I didn't really put a little disclaimer in here. I definitely want you to make sure that you are not comparing yourself to me or to any other person. Weight loss is a completely personal thing, and you cannot compare yourself to anyone because everyone's bodies is so different. So please don't take this as a I think I'm really fat kind of thing, because I definitely never thought that. I just wasn't happy that I wasn't fitting into my clothes, and that was the main reason why I wanted to lose this weight. Yeah, so everyone has their own motivation for losing weight, and just make sure you're doing it for the right reasons, not because you just want to be skinny. You know what I mean? So yeah. Let's get back into the video. So this is something that's a little bit different from my channel. I don't generally talk about health and fitness too much, mainly just because I don't really feel like I know a lot about it to be teaching you guys. And you know, I do try to live a healthy lifestyle, but it's not something that's like a, I don't know, a big massive part of my life. I just sort of try to eat healthy, and that's about it really. So I did share with you guys my before and after on my sort of like weight loss journey on my Instagram. I asked if you wanted a video about it and how I achieved what I achieved. The requests for it were like insane. I had so many messages of people saying, you know, I should be really proud of what I've done, and just so many amazing things. So I definitely thought I had to sit down and make this video for you guys. So to start off, let's put my before and afters up here on the side so that you can see. This is taken roughly about 7 months apart, I'd say. I think that would be, yeah, probably the right amount. Probably took my before right at the end of 2017, and this after was just taken about a week ago. I think I took that photo. So yes, that is my change of about 6 to 7 months. I probably haven't really changed much in the past couple of months, I'd say. So that is about a 6 kilo weight loss difference in that time. So I just wanted to start off with a bit of a background as I was as a kid and growing up. So I have always been, especially as a child, I always ate healthily, I would say. I actually had this one thing when I was a bit younger where when I would hate McDonald's, like when I was a child, and I would literally go and order a garden salad if my parents told me we were going to McDonald's, because I was just, I don't know why, I just had this thing where I was like, ew, McDonald's is gross. But fast track to when I was like 15, I did start working at McDonald's, and it slowly integrated into my life, and then I was like addicted to it for a bit, and that was really bad. As for like activity, sports wise, when I think I was about 14, maybe almost 15, I started cheerleading, and I did cheerleading for like 6 years or something, I think, like quite a long time. So if you don't really know much about like all-star cheerleading, it's quite high intensity. I mean, our training sessions would go for 3 hours, and I would usually do that 2 hours a week, sorry, 2 days a week, so it was quite intense, and those 3 hours like really intense exercising. So all through that time I sort of maintained the same weight. When I started cheerleading was the same time I sort of stopped growing, so I really maintained exactly the same weight, which was around 55 kilos for like that whole time. My body didn't really change. I probably got a little bit more toned, I would say, just because you are lifting people and there's a lot of weight to be carrying. So I did definitely grow in muscle, but I sort of stayed around exactly the same size for that whole time. And then I did have to quit cheerleading because I was traveling to Europe and I wasn't going to be in Australia for any of our comp season. So last year when I was in Europe, so 2017 was the first year I stopped cheerleading. The first 6 months I sort of tried to do some exercise. I tried going to some gym classes and stuff, but nothing really ever stuck. I never really found anything that I liked as much as cheerleading. And then going into that Europe time, I gained a lot of weight. For someone who has never changed weight in that long, like since I was about 14 till being like 21, I did not change weight. I was exactly the same size. So I gained about 5 kilos while I was in Europe, mainly just from overeating. I ate so much food, and I'm quite a small person. I wouldn't say I have like a huge appetite. I'm probably a very average, you know, in terms of like how much I eat, and over there I was just eating so much food. It was honestly ridiculous. But at the time I was like, I enjoyed myself. I wanted to eat when I wanted to eat. I wanted to try all the food of all the different cuisines and stuff. So I do not regret that at all. I think I'm really happy with definitely going out and trying everything. I think if I was ever to do it over again, I would just be careful with the portion sizes and just try to know to myself that because all that food's on my plate doesn't mean I have to eat it all even if I'm full. I think that was my worst thing. Like I would get to a full state and there'd still be food on my plate and I would just still continue to eat it when I really didn't need to. That was the main thing. I honestly reckon that was why I gained that weight, and obviously the food is a lot less healthy there. I struggled to get vegetables. I'm a person that lives for vegetables. Like they are my favorite food probably, especially like broccoli and cauliflower. Oh, they're my favorite vegetables. I could honestly just eat like a bowl of that for like breakfast, lunch and dinner, but I was really struggling to get vegetables over there, and that was something that I really missed. So basically that is the reason why I gained that weight. It was just a very big change for me. My clothes started to be quite tight and didn't really fit me properly, and that was a big like thing for me because I'd always been I sit about a size 6 to 8, and all of my clothes were really tight on me, and I was like, whoa, this is so like something I've never experienced before. So basically coming back home, I realized I'd gained that weight, and I was like, you know, I just want to get back to roughly where I was before. My main goal was just that my clothes would fit me because I didn't want to have to go out and buy new clothes. I love all my clothes, and yeah, I just like wanted to be able to fit back into them so that was all fine. That was my main goal. Oh my god, I'm wearing a hair tie. Oh, I hate it when I wear hair ties. Oh. Anyways, so that was mainly what I wanted to achieve. One main thing that I should mention in my diet was that I did cut out dairy. This was not for weight loss reasons. I've always been a little bit lactose intolerant, and for actually like a couple of years I've wanted to cut out dairy, but I just sort of have never taken that leap. Yeah, when I was away I just ate so much dairy and I was feeling horrible in my stomach all the time. So when I got back I was like, this is it. I'm cutting out dairy, it's gone. And I still don't eat dairy. Probably been about 7 months of not eating dairy. I don't really know if that has contributed to my weight loss. I guess it has, because a lot of dairy products aren't really healthy for you, and a lot of excess fat and all that gross stuff. I don't really know too much about it, but I just know that most of it isn't really that good for you, especially consuming it in big amounts. So that probably did contribute a bit to my weight loss, and now just like completely no to dairy. And honestly that wasn't really a hard thing to cut out. It was quite simple. Like I didn't really eat a lot of it anyway. It was more just like, I think cheese was probably the biggest thing. Like I don't really eat pizza now, and anything with like cheese in it I don't eat. I already was drinking a dairy-free milk, so that was fine, and yeah, it really wasn't that hard, to be honest. And I'm really happy I did it because I feel so much better now, especially in my insides and my digestive system and stuff. So I definitely recommend cutting out dairy if you can, / if you think you're lactose intolerant, because honestly it makes a huge difference. I think the main thing that contributed to my weight loss was I actually started on an intermittent fasting type eating schedule. I don't really know why I originally did that. The main goal, I don't think it really was for weight loss. It was more just like I heard a lot of people talking about it, and I think at that time, and especially now, it's becoming quite a big thing, and there's a lot more research and stuff about it, and you know, a lot more explanation onto why it works so well for your body. So I decided that I would start doing that. I really didn't have to change the way I ate too much anyway, because I was working full time, and basically my eating schedule would be in the morning before work I would have a coffee. You try to have that without sugar and only a tiny little bit of milk, because then I don't know why, but for some reason that doesn't start your digestive system or something. I don't really understand why, but that's just what they say to do. So yes, I would have that in the morning before I left for work, and then I would eat my breakfast between 9:30 and 10 o'clock at work. Then we would have lunch at like 12, then I'd usually have a snack in the afternoon, and I'd come home and eat dinner about 6 o'clock. So generally I was eating between, how many hours is that? 8 hours. I'd say 8 to 9 hours would be my normal eating block. I think that just really worked well for me, because I always felt that if I ate my breakfast before I went to work, so it was quite early, it would have to be at about 7 o'clock, I'd feel so hungry all day, and then that would lead me to eating more calories, more snacks and stuff, and I would just never feel satisfied. And once I started eating my breakfast later, I definitely felt more satisfied and I wasn't hungry like constantly. And also when I was eating my breakfast at 7 AM, I wasn't actually hungry then. Like, I was just eating it because I felt like, oh, like, it's the morning, I have to eat breakfast. So it's definitely something you should listen to inside your body if you are thinking about doing intermittent fasting. Think about in the morning when you're eating, like, are you actually hungry and do you need to be eating then? Because eating that early in the morning is like adding extra calories in your day that you probably don't need. You know, the logical thing that works, especially in my brain, is like the less calories you eat, the more weight you're gonna lose. Definitely don't go down restricting your calories insane. I definitely always was eating a normal diet. I never felt hungry and I would always listen to my body. You know, if I was really hungry in the morning, then I would have a snack. I wouldn't completely restrict myself and say, no, you can't eat until 10 AM sort of thing. You just need to listen to how you're feeling and react towards that. But eating between that time zone definitely restricts your calories a little bit more. And that is the main reason I believe why I lost the weight. And then also eating at nighttime. So I would try to just eat my dinner, and then sometimes I would have a little bit of chocolate or something small for dessert, but I would have that straight after dinner, and then I just would not eat anything for the rest of the night. And I think having that set in place, that you don't need to eat anything at night, definitely helps with overeating, because often when it just comes to nighttime, you're like, I'm bored, like I'm gonna watch a movie or watch some TV shows or something. You're like, I'll eat something with that, when you don't need to be. It's definitely an easy way to cut out those extra calories, and basically that is what helped me lose weight. Because something I haven't mentioned yet is, over this time, I actually did no exercise, which is so bad, and something that I would really like to, I guess, change my mindset on. I just have never, since I've quit cheerleading, I've never found an exercise that I constantly want to do and keeps me motivated to keep doing. I've been really on and off. At the start, when I was trying to lose the weight, I was trying to do a running challenge and I was practicing to run like 5Ks. But then when I went back to work, that was a bit hard, because I do definitely like to exercise in the morning, and if I woke up earlier to do that, it would be dark outside and I didn't really want to be running out in the dark by myself. And then I was trying to go to like gym classes and stuff, and just like nothing stuck. So over this time, I actually have not exercised really at all consistently. So I definitely bring that down to eating, and I think that definitely shows where, what is it, that thing that people say, like, is it 80% food, 20% exercise or something like that? That is definitely true. It definitely all depends on your food, and I feel like exercise is just an extra thing that's like laid on top that probably would have accelerated my results quicker if I had been exercising. But focusing on that diet was really important. And also something I didn't mention is, during that, when I was eating on that intermittent fasting diet, which I still pretty much do now, just probably a little bit less strict, was definitely eating healthy foods. I mean, I've always sort of been a healthy eater anyway, so it wasn't really a hard thing. I'm very lucky that my family eats quite healthy as well, so it wasn't really a hard thing for me to do, to be eating those healthy foods. So that is definitely something that really helped and contributed. So I hope that I have covered everything that you guys wanted to know, and basically how I've achieved these results. If there is anything I didn't answer, make sure to leave a comment down below and I will always get back to you. And if you do want to talk to me any more about it, or any more on a personal level, because weight is a very sensitive subject to every single person, you can definitely send me a DM on Instagram. I always reply to all of my DMs, if you don't want other people, you know, to see whatever you want to talk about, because it is quite a personal thing, and often it's quite hard to talk about. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye!